What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the Stay Locked In podcast. If you somehow stumbled upon this video, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and notification button down below for more content. I got a crazy goal of about 10,000 subscribers. If you can help me manifest my goal into a reality, I would really appreciate it. With that being said, let's go ahead. Let's get right into this video. Let's go ahead and lock the in. All right, so boom. Let's get right into this video. Man, let's talk about it, man. There's a lot of talk about the lack of defense in the NBA today versus the players just being that much more talented than they were, in yesteryear's NBA. I want to know what you guys think. My personal thoughts, I believe that these players are just that talented, bro. To be honest with you, I think that's just my opinion. I think the NBA has grown to a global game and reached heights that it just hasn't before, i.e. Luka Doncic. You know what I mean? It started with dudes like Dirk Nowitzki, and even before Dirk, but Dirk was really one of the original OG GOATs, in the 90s, to go ahead and make his staple and put his footprint on the game. And I think Luka Doncic is literally just taking it to another level, especially a lot of these international players. We got Giannis, we got Jokic, you know what I mean, et cetera, man. But I think we got to stop this, man. Real talk. I grew up in the Jordan, in the Jordan era. I'm closer to 40 than I am 30. And, I grew up in the Jordan era. I think, it's nostalgia, but we gotta let that shit go at some point and just give credit where credit is due. I hear a lot of people saying hand check in and all of that stuff is not in today's game, but at the end of the day, like, come on, man. I mean, listen, man, are we gonna sit here and act like Isaiah Thomas can hold a candle to Kyrie Irving when it comes to handling the basketball? Steph Curry as a shooter, as opposed to a Reggie Miller, and you know what I mean, like, et cetera, man. It goes on, and the game has just evolved. We got to give credit where credit is due. That's just my personal opinion. I think today's player is just, that much more talented. From the Jason Tatums to the Luka Doncic's and, a lot of these players, man. We've had, just this week alone, 4 different players reach 60 and 70 points in a game. Wild week in the NBA. I think we had Luka Doncic drop 73. We had Joel Embiid drop 70. We also had Cat, who dropped 62, and also Devin Booker, who dropped 62. Man, if you're looking at these games, these are highly skilled basketball players, bro. This ain't Olay defense and motherfuckers just walking in the lane. Now, granted, it's not, the 80s and all of that, when people was clotheslining people out the air and all, It's not that. But, people are playing defense, and I think we just got to give credit where credit is due, man. That's just me personally. I think, Kobe dropped 81. Nobody said anything about the lack of defense. Kobe was just that skilled. We had David Robinson drop 71. Nobody said anything about the lack of defense. It was just, he was the admiral. He was just that guy. Wilt Chamberlain dropped 100. So on and so forth, man. You know, we just got to start, you know, we got to give it up, man. Give credit where credit is due. And for somebody like a Luka Doncic, who is not super athletic, he's somebody who, I believe one of the Morris twins was just saying that he never seen anybody that the game has came easier to. I think Luka is just that dude, man. He been balling. He been a pro since he was 16 years old, playing professional basketball over there overseas. And we got to understand that, you know, when the Dream Team was playing, and it's probably due to the Dream Team, that, you know, the players over there in Europe have grown leaps and bounds, skill-wise, talent-wise. And for somebody like Luka, who's been playing over there since 16, and I think he's even said that it's a little bit easier to play in the NBA than it is over there. You know, so we just got to give it up, man. Luka is he's just that dude, man. We got to stop hating. Stop holding on to yesteryear. You know, I don't think it's a lack of defense at all. I think some of these dudes is just that talented, man. And I think today's NBA is at an all-time high skill-wise. You know what I mean? Like, have you not seen Kyrie Irving play basketball? Skill-wise. Come on, man. Devin Booker is he's off of the Kobe tree. You know what I mean? And then you got dudes like Joel Embiid and Cat Big Men, who's out there taking threes, step back threes, pull-ups, face-up jumpers, putting the ball on the floor. It's unheard of, man. 7-footers doing this at this time. And if you go look at Cat's highlights and see the game that he just dropped 62, most of that was 3-pointers as a 7-foot big man. So, I mean, man, we gotta give it up. That's my take. I'm curious to know what you guys think. You know, get down in the comment section. Let me know. You know, is it lack of defense, or is today's NBA just that much more skilled? I want to appreciate everybody for watching. Thank you. And I hope everybody out there stays focused, stays prosperous, and stays locked in.